Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 2 on enhancement. In this video I'm going to explain about the function exit, that is a classification of your customer exit, and the customer exit is a part of enhancements in the SAP enhancement framework. Okay. The last video I explained or brief about what is customer exit. It's again part of the place where you can add your own custom code, and it has its own properties, like you have a function exit, you can have a screen modification, you can do a menu, you can have the custom menu in the standard menu option, and you can do a modification of the standard any table fields. So these are the options available. So technically we call it as function exit, screen exit, menu exit, and field exit. In this video I'm going to explain function exit. So the idea of function exit is, if you want to change any standard functionality depends on your business requirement, then we prefer function exit. Very simple. I have a transaction which creates a purchase order. It's ME21N. And I need to add an additional validation. So SAP provides its own validation if the vendor is not available, material is not available, or the mapping between the plant and storage location is not defined. So those things are standard, it already taken care. Apart from that, customer needs some more additional validation before creating a purchase order. Then we prefer a function exit. So we need to add one more additional check in the existing code, then we prefer function exit. And before saving a purchase order, that is scenario. Before saving a purchase order, I need to modify the value which is entered by the user based on again the customer requirement. That time also we prefer a function exit. So the basic idea of function exit is, I'm not going to change any UI related components like screen or menu. I'm not going to change anything. I want to add or modify. Okay, I can't say modify. I need to add my own code, like custom code, Z code, based on the customer requirement. Then I prefer function exit. Just it's only the code. There is no design involved in the function exit. And function exit is in the form of function module. Okay, because there is some place to write the code, right? So that is a way SAP designed. If it is a function exit, then you need a function module that is provided by SAP. Function module is provided by SAP, and also they provided a Z include program. We can just make use of the Z include program. This is a general format of function module, function exit, or we can just say function module exit because it's the form of function module. Okay. Let's get into the slides. Then I will explain the properties of function exit, how to find a function exit. And here very clear, if you come to the enhancement framework in SAP, the first question is how to find an enhancement, how to find a customer exit. I have a transaction, I have a requirement, I need to implement this requirement using a custom code. Then what is the exact place I can go ahead and do it? Okay, so that is the very first question of any kind of enhancement. If you go through an SAP user exit, customer exit, body, or enhancement options, or enhancement implicit or explicit enhancement section, whatever it is, how to find out. Okay, so then I'll explain how to find out the function model, what are the options we have available, and how to after finding the enhancement, how to implement it. So everything will explain this video. And the next one is, we'll get into the slide. So this slide you have already seen in my previous video. This is nothing but if there is a product and the enhancement place or spot, in generic term I'm not saying any technical terms here, enhancement spot and enhancement place to be decided by the product company based on their experience or based on their different customer requirements. They decided, okay, these are the places customer might expect some custom code, so expect some change in their functionality, in the SAP standard functionality. So we can provide, these are the places where user can use it to add their own code to fulfill their business gaps. Okay, and here we're going to see how options of finding a customer exit. Okay, actually this is not options to find a customer exit. Okay, before that I want to explain one scenario or one technical terms understandings. Then we go to the how to find or what are the options to find a customer exit. So if it is a customer exit, you have the categories: function, screen, menu, and field exits. There are some combinations. So technically, this term is called it as enhancement on components. You need to find an enhancement, and the enhancement can have an option of function exit, screen exit, menu exit, and field exit. Okay, so you need to find a enhancement first. It's not I'm going to find a screen exit. So I'm talking little technically. So you need to find an enhancement first, and the enhancement can have, it might have, not can, it might have a function exit plus screen plus menu plus field, or it have only customer exit, sorry, it have only function exit, or it have only field exit, or it have only function plus screen exit, function plus menu exit. Okay, it depends. So all enhancement doesn't require to have all four exits. Okay, it is not at all needed. For example, SAP decided, okay, in the first screen on the ME21N, customer wants to add one functionality, additional validation. So in that case, only function exit is more enough, right? More than enough. So you don't want to have a screen exit on there, because that particular enhancement is made for to add a validation alone. So in that case, adding a screen exit for that again enhancement is not at all required. So that's the reason I'm saying any enhancement can have these combinations. Okay, so that is very important. So you need to find an enhancement first, then you need to find out whether the enhancement has a function exit or not, very clearly. Okay, so the next one is option one, tables. We have a tables to find the enhancement. So these are some what you can go with some naming conventions to identify some particular exit. For example, I want purchase order information, so I can go with So it's by default, by experience we come to know mostly the enhancement starts with Okay, and the exit also, it has a combination of like exit underscore. I already mentioned the last video, the customer exit start with the word called exit. In the function module start with the word called exit. So exit star star some numbers. So these are some combinations. You can try to figure out what are the exits available through the table called MOD SAP and MOD ACT. So MOD SAP has mostly with all the enhancements, and MOD ACT has your implementation also. Implementation is nothing but you're going to add your own code. That is nothing but implementation. Only definition, the empty box is provided by SAP. You have to add your own code. That is nothing but implementation. Okay. And option two, very familiar option, through debugging. So in particular transaction, I want to find out any customer exit is available. Please go ahead with the debugging option, and you need to keep a breakpoint and call customer the keyword and run it. You will find all the related customer exit for the particular transaction. Then you have to decide which one is required. So you may have 20 exit, you may have 10 exit, you may have very few exit. It depends on how the SAP is provided. Okay, and okay, and very important aspect is import and export parameters. For example, the scenario is required, I need to validate a plant. So once again, yeah, validate a plant. In that case, what you have to do is you need a plant value, right? You are in a ME21N. I need to validate a plant, and I figured out, okay, this is one exit. I find out there is an enhancement, but make sure the enhancement receives the plant. Okay, receives the plant value. Then only the particular function exit is apt for your requirement. If not, you have to search it again. That's why I'm saying you have 20 informations or 20 enhancements available. You have to figure out which one suits for your requirement. And very basic rule about enhancement is you need a patience. If you are very new to understand or learning the enhancements, you need a patience to find the exact enhancement based on your business requirement. Business requirement needs, it contains everything. It's not like only validation. What are the values required? Okay, what are the values get inside your exit, then only you are able to perform any validations. That is very important. So this is the green one is my SAP program. SAP decided, okay, this is the place where I'm going to give an enhancement. So you need to identify what is coming in to my enhancement. This is your place, like custom code place, and what I can send back to the custom code. Oh, sorry, I can send back the information to the standard code. And sometimes there is a variable, it acts as a two-way communication. It gives the value. Once you modify whatever in the custom code, it just send the modified value to the standard program. Okay, so that is very important to understand the import export parameters. Suppose I want to modify the net value of my purchase order information. So you need to get the net value first. Maybe you need to do validation, and then whatever you change you do in your inside your custom code, inside your customer exit, that needs to be reflected in SAP. Meaning it needs to be the export parameter. It needs to receive, the standard program is ready to receive your updated value from the custom code. Sometimes what happens, one of the enhancement just give the net value, but whatever you do a change, you don't accept it because there is no export parameter from your custom code. So those are very important. You have to understand these are parameters. So the enhancement to be triggered as per your requirement. The enhancement, inside your enhancement, you need the exact value whatever is required for. Sometimes only validation, you just make use of it. Sometimes you are changing and sending back to the standard program. So that also to be part of your parameters. Okay. And then single implementation is very important. Single implementation is, you have an enhancement and you have a function exit. You figured out finally, yes, this is a place where I need to write a code. This is already used by, because there is please recollect the last video, the formation of customer exit. There is a function module name exit underscore whatever it is. Inside that is a include program. Okay, so there is only one include program is related to the particular exit. So if you double click, it will ask you if you want to create it, just create it. If someone has already used it, it's nothing but implemented. It's already implemented. Okay, implemented by some other project, some other developer. So next time, multiple implementation. I want to do the another implementation. That is not possible because it has only one include program. Include program is created by SAP. It's not us. The name is provided by SAP. It's not from the customer side. So you can't create a new one. You can't modify the exit function module because everything is standard. You don't have any authorization on it. Only inside the Z include program, you can write whatever you want. So if there is an enhancement, it has a component called function module or function exit. It's already implemented. What you can do is you can use the same Z include program for your own coding also. So that is called single implementation. So I'm going to write my own code. Yes, you can do it, but inside the same include. So what will happen is you have to make sure whether the developer, whoever has implemented it, it's already reached the production, right? Because that is also in the development phase. Then you have to get a permission, your development and the changes to be go in the same time or a different time. That all comes in the picture. So that's why it's having only single implementation. Okay. So any enhancement has only single implementation. This is one of the drawback of customer exit. So only single implementation is possible, but it's not a big deal. Here we are using that one single implementation for using the same implementation for many projects over here in nowadays. So it's not a big deal, but this is one of the drawback. Because we need to very careful, it should not affect the existing functionality. It's very tricky part. That's why I'm saying it's a little drawback on it. And implementation must not wide open. It's like I'm doing a validation. Make sure this is only for a particular scenario, or it may be applicable for any scenarios. Another example is I want to create a purchase order and I'm going to provide a validation. Whether the validation is part of any order type. So only for this order type, this validation to be performed, or this validation is for all the order types, irrespective of order types, this validation is applicable. So because if there is applicable for only one order type, you need to give a proper validation. Make sure your custom code is execute only for the order type, maybe Z1. Okay, it's not execute for any other order types, because if it executes, it affects. It's not at all relevant for Z2. They are trying to create a purchase order and your custom code is triggering and validating and stop in the middle of the purchase order creation. That will affect the other business, right? So your implementation never be wide open. Always have a question with your functional consultant whenever you go with the function exit, whether it's applicable for any specific conditions or It's applicable for all the scenarios. Okay, it's very basic question before you start any function exit. Nope, that's it. Okay, fine. That's it in the slide. Let me explain two different scenarios in the system. This is my ECC system. My HANA systems are not reachable. Not sure. So let's get into the table first, where I can mention you're able to find some details about your customer exit, especially function exit. So mod SAP, modification SAP. And get into that, there are a few input parameters. What is the enhancement? What is the component type? And what is the, again, and maybe they use the same data element. So that's why both are same labels. First one is enhancement, next one is enhancement. The function module name comes. I just click this component type. So there are function exit, screen exit, table, and GUI code. This is menu exit. This is the field exit. So if we say function exit, and I know a few things like star, and this is a function module. Okay, let me execute it first. Yeah, here it is. This is the enhancement name, this is the enhancement type, and this is your function module exit. Okay, so function exit, function module exit, function exit, start with exit. Okay, and this is only E, the type I mentioned only E. So if I just take out the E, so you'll get enhancement and you will get E, and you have the enhancement options and function module. And if it is S, this is not enhancement, right? I will show you what is this. This is actually a concatenation of almost 6 values. I will show you in different transactions. It's very easy to understand. So this is a screen exit, okay, and this is a table exit. This is a structure. Which structure you are able to modify it, right? So that is the table exit over here, and this is again field exit. Sorry, function exit. I'm not able to see anything for menu exit for Okay, so if I take and if you say menu exit, therefore what is menu exit? C, GUI code. Yep, so these are the enhancement names, and these are again the combination of 2 or 3 different values over here. I'll show you in the different transaction. I missed in my PPT the transaction code for customer exit property. See the components and everything. Create implementation is nothing but CMOD, SMOD. Okay, for my reference I just keep okay, start with SMOD and CMOD. SMOD is search modification, CMOD is create modification. Okay, so first you got to search it and you have to identify, okay, this is the way, this is a place where I can do it, and then you can go with create modification for writing your own custom code. Okay, so now let's comes to our scenario. So scenario ME21N, I need to add some validation kind of. So I'm going to need an function exit, and it start with then execute. So these are the exits available. Okay, so this is one of the way to find out what are the function exit available for related. It's not only for ME21, it may be for different transaction also. I'm just searching in the wide open way only for Okay, maybe then you have to come down and you have to go a little deeper, then you identify the exact one which is suitable for your requirement. Okay, so now this is one way. Another way, let me go to ME21N, and I have my own purchase order. Let me take out that one. Let me use it. Purchase document 4823. It's not okay. Let's see. I believe, do I open my, okay, notepad got closed. Okay, let me try. Okay, and this should be EUR. This is my material 10, quantity 1, plants 1000, enter, all good. Okay, I don't want storage location here, so let me delete it. Yep, all good. Now I want to find out exact customer exit, like function exit for some validation. Maybe I need to validate my plant or validate the delivery date, whatever it is. Okay. So what I can do is /h. This is apt way to find out a function exit than the table, because we know, okay, the flow is going this way, and we are easily able to understand what is coming in, what is going out of my enhancement, whether I can able to do it or not. So through debugging is a very closest way, I can say, I'm not saying easiest way, the closest way to find an enhancement for the requirement. So /h, it shows debugging switched on, and press enter. My requirement is, if I press enter, the user press enter, I want to validate something and I want to pop up a message or do some related thing, depends on the business. So press enter, debugging starts. Now, wherever it is, forget about it. It's not required you also get the same screen to proceed further. No, once you get the debugging screen, go to breakpoints, breakpoint at statement. So I have another playlist called debugging. So who are very new to debugging, please go to that particular series to understand how the debug or debugging screens options are working, because I'm not going to explain each and every step in this concept. This is only for enhancement. Okay. So break at statement, I'm going to say call customer, because the function module, the exit function module is going to call a keyword called call customer function exit. I believe it starts with call customer. Okay, so let it be, just enter it. If it is not, if there is any spelling mistake or the keyword is mismatched, then you won't able to set a breakpoint. You will get a syntax error. You are not able to keep a breakpoint on that particular keyword. So you're saying breakpoint set, press F8. It's full execution. Now it just come and stops. It's just a wide open search. Okay, so it just come and stop the function customer call customer function, wherever the customer exit is provided by SAP. So these are provided by SAP. So they decided, okay, in this program, in this include, in this function module, probably the customer, some of the customer might require to add a customer code, so let's have a space. So that is the call this customer function module. Okay, it's called customer exit, and the name you can see 001. All the customer exit in the debugging, in the code level, if you see, it shows 001 only, not the name, exact name of your function module. So how to find exact name of the function module? You can go ahead to means open a new window and go to this program, include, and find out the exact place and go and see, and double click, you will be able to see. Otherwise, from the debugging, you will have an option. Click this tool button, service tool button, and here you have an option called go to source code. It will open a new window. Whatever I explained, the system will take care of you. Just click go to source code. It will open a new window, open the particular program and everything in exact line 76, call customer function 001. Again, here also is a number. Just double click. It will take you to the exact name of your function module. In this, inside the function module, this is the place where SAP provided a custom include program. Okay, so include program, I explained the modulation technique, so please go through it. So include program, start with Z. So here, just double click, you'll get a message. So just get into that. Okay, so this is already created and someone has the breakpoint inside it. So it's already implemented. We can make use of it. Okay, so if not, you will get an I'll show you the next customer exit. You will get a message, this include does not exist, do you want to create it? Okay, so let's see. So where we have started and the debugging mode, there's another window, right? Okay, and let me go to the debugging mode. Okay, in debugging mode, I used the service tool to get into the code of this particular screen. So now if you press F8, it will go and stop the another function exit, customer exit, not function exit, customer exit. Yes, here also one of the customer exit. So this is here, the number is 002. So let me get into this and go to source code. So here, double click. Yeah, just double click. So it says again the program is reserved for include. That's fine. Just press enter. Okay, this is not created. So we'll get this message. Include not does not exist. Do you want to create? Just click yes. Okay, normally we don't give create an include program like this because we need a steps to follow. We need to create an enhancement, we need to create an implementation, then only have to change anything on the include program. Okay, so let me skip this process now. Then again go to the debugging mode. Okay, so input output. So let me get into some other customer exit where I can get more input options. I'll keep on pressing F8. Most of the exit relevant for material, so you need some patience to find out the exact one. Okay, let me see what is inside. Okay, here you can say inputs. Okay, is going to be input for this particular function module, and it's coming under a keyword called changing. Okay, so it's a two-way communication. If you want to change anything, yes, you are able to do it. Okay, suppose if you say only import and export, only particular property has work for the particular parameter. So that's why very important is import and output parameter of your exit. 9 2, so everything is goes okay. Okay, let me figure out something else. Again /h and click save. Let me figure out my existing breakpoint is still valid. Call customer is still valid. Yes, it's still valid, still active. So again F8. So now at the time of save. Okay, so most of the validations are again coming with the save option as well. Okay, this is one of the function module. It has more inputs. So it gives IKKO, it gives IKPO. So these are exporting. Exporting means we are sending the information is coming inside your function module. You can make use of it. All the codes, whatever values, all the values you can make use of it. EKKO, all the header informations are coming inside your function module, and all the item information is also coming inside your function module. Okay. And what is expecting tables? Tables is always a two-way communication. So tables you have EKPO, and there is a changing parameter also KOMK. So suppose I want to update something on EKPO, that is not possible because this function module, this customer exit doesn't have an option to give back any updated value to EKPO. Okay, so that is very important. You have to make sure even though you have all the information, everything is read only. You can make use of it, you can try, you can read it, but you can't, even you can modify. It's not going to affect in your backend like to the standard SAP program. Okay, so only these things can be modified. So EKPA table, just double click. So if you want to add record, if you want to modify anything, you can do it because it's coming under tables. In the same way, KOMK also, if you modify anything, it will affect in your like it just affect based on the user need. Okay, so if you want to go to this, let me go to servers, source code, and 001. Yes, this is the function, and this is 14. Oh, this is also not created. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So this is another way of finding customer exit. Okay, so sometimes if you want to only save, sometimes if you want to changing the tab, go with /h, unable to find out. Okay, so it will take hardly 30 minutes or 40 minutes, very complex scenarios as well, to identify which place is exactly needed. So maybe sometimes challenging part is you find the place, but you're not able to read the value whatever you expected. You're not able to modify the value whatever you expected. So that way you need some patience to identify which place is exactly required. Okay, let me come out of this. I don't want to okay, I want to deactivate, otherwise it will. Okay, let me go through few more steps. If anything interesting customer exit comes, we'll get into that. So selection criteria, nothing. Okay, it's almost done. Save, yes. Okay, I have another breakpoint. This is a different customer exit, and it has different values. So it carries our created PO as well. Okay, so if you want to add anything over here, yes, you can do it. So it depends. Okay, let me deactivate or delete my breakpoint. Otherwise, it's keep on stopping. That's not required now. It's created. So 468 purchase order got created. So this is a way you have to do it. So let me show you. I'm going to create some enhancements. Okay, which one we can choose? Okay, let me go through it again. 2468. Okay, let it be. I'll take this. Material item, then plant /h, enter. So while enter, I'm going to just pop up a message, okay, based on some value, whatever it is. I deleted my breakpoint. Let me activate it again. Means I know to create it. I did, because I deleted it. I didn't deactivate it. Deleted it. We call customer, execute. So what is inside? Material, right? F8 again. It has material. Okay, let it be. I'll choose this from customer exit. Let me go to source. Okay, there is a source code, right? Copy this because you need an enhancement. So this is actually a second step, but we need a first step to create the implementation. So just copy this, go to the table. Is the table opened? Yep. Go to the table and keep the enhancement here. Sometimes it might require, I have my second step content, I want to find out what is the enhancement. So this is the way you can able to find out. So this is the enhancement. I know my function module exit, I want to know what is the enhancement. This is the enhancement. This is the first step, because first enhancement, then only components. Copy the enhancement. I'll start with SMOD for your reference. Search module, search modification. So keep the enhancements here and click display, attributes, component documentation. So click display and go to components. So this component, this is a place where you can identify what kind of components are available for my customer exit, for my enhancement. It may be a function module exit. This is function exit, function module exit or function exit. This is nothing but your code menu exit, and this is for screen exit. This is for field exit. Okay. So, but this component has only function exit. It doesn't have a screen exit, it doesn't have a menu exit. So this is screen, this is menu, and doesn't have field exit also. So these are the combinations, okay? So don't expect everything is available in one enhancement. So it's not available. And what is the function module we have selected? 002, SME 002. So this one, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to decide that, okay, I want to implement the concept inside this function module. So that's it. SMOD is only for search. You can just play around and you have to come to a conclusion. Yes, this is the function module. I'm going to execute it. Then copy this, go back to CMOD, create modification, and most probably what in real time we do is keep the same enhancement name and start with Z, and just adjust with some characters because it's almost filled the exact values. So I say Z. Oh, okay, let's insert. Yep. Okay, I removed 10 to accommodate the Z. Okay, I'm creating it. Okay, I'm creating a project. So just click create, short text, implementation for this one. Okay, first you have to assign, there are some steps to be followed for creating an implementation. First you got to create a project. I almost done with Z and given almost the same name. Then you got to assign the enhancement to the project. So that is the second step. Okay, so go to enhancement assignment. I want to save first. Yes, please save this and local object. Okay, so here you can add your enhancement. Just press enter. So it will come what is the material description of your enhancement and save it. So if you see, go and see the components, all the four components, whatever we have seen, all the four different function module exit, only 3, you have to click next page, then you're able to see. Maximum only 3 is visible. And then here you just display everything, whatever is available. And this red mark shows it's not implemented. Meaning, if it is implemented and activated, then only it will trigger whenever the ME21 gets triggered by pressing enter button. Otherwise, you have an option. You can deactivate it. It's not deleted. For some reason, I'm going to redesign my code. So at the same time, if anybody in development system, there's some end users, they want to create a purchase order, it won't disturb their flow. So what I can do is you can deactivate it. Until if you see the green button, it's not activated, you are good. Okay, it's not going to trigger for anyone. If it is green, it just triggered based on your need. Okay, so now we need this exit to be implemented. Means write a code inside this function module very deep inside the Z include program. Okay, go back. I about to say something. 1 second. Change enhancement component. Yeah, let me activate it. I didn't add anything. It's fine. Edit. 1 second. Okay, over here. Enhancement assignment. Okay, everything is done. Just go back. So here you have option to activate it. Okay, activate a project, deactivate a project. Normally, if you want to add some more code, further more code, the preference would be deactivate your enhancement and do it. If you deactivate, it won't be visible. It won't be activated. It won't be triggered actually. And go to change mode. This is one more thing. Enhancement project is already active. That's fine. See components all green. Okay, currently there is no code, so you're not able to see whether it's actually triggering or not. So just double click which one you want to trigger, which one you want to implement. It will take you to the function module. After double click, it gives the program name reserved for include exit program. Just press 1 second. Double click, yes. Press enter, then it will just show you if it is not already created by someone. This message you will get. Include does not exist. Do you want to create? Yes, I want to create. Where you want to save, maybe you can go with your package, depends on the need. I'm not going to have anything, so I want to make sure it comes inside, and I want to see what are the parameters values are coming inside. So I have one statement, any executable statement. I'm going to having a breakpoint and keep a breakpoint, external breakpoint, because it needs to be triggered once you start creating a purchase order, ME21N, right? Okay, then go back. So still it's active. It won't change because of activation. It won't change anything in your enhancement implementation. Still it's active. So here you have an option to activate and deactivate. So deactivate, it won't trigger. Activate, it triggers. Okay. So for a double confirmation, just come here and yeah, it's already active. Enhancement assignments. Yeah, this is also already active. Okay, done. All is already active. So let me go to ME21N, create a purchase order. I'll just use my previous purchase orders. Okay, it's already there. I'll use the same. Just drag and drop. Okay, storage location issue, just delete it. Okay, just enter, it should trigger. So it comes here. Okay, this is my enhancement function exit, and this is the include program for that. And here you can verify what are the things are coming either in local or global. What are the values coming inside? Okay, so only local, it's coming here. You are able to see this is import parameter. Here you are able to see this is changing parameters. So two parameters coming inside my include program. So this you can make use of it. This you can change it. Okay. So that is the options you are able to do it in this particular exit. Okay. So then this is a way you have to conclude or finalize your function exit. Okay. This will sort out my program issue, or this is the place where I can write the custom code to satisfy the business. Okay, just execute. Yeah, nothing happens here. So now you can start writing whatever code you want. Maybe I'm not going to write very detailed code because I don't want to waste your time. I think I just came out of it, right? CMOD. change. So it's already active. Whenever click change, it shows already active. So the idea would be you have to keep your enhancement inactive if you want to do some changes. So go to inactive mode, this one, just click inactive, so undo your activation and double click the function exit, go to the code. So here you can write some messages. Message triggered from function exit type. So here this what here you have to mention some if condition, the value. So this is only for ME21 to be triggered, because sometimes what happens, the same include can be triggered in 21, 22 and 23, ME21, ME22 and ME23, and in some other transaction also call the same include. So mostly the first level check would be only for a particular transaction my code would be triggered. You have to write if T code is equal to ME21. So this is going to work only for my purchase order create transaction. So have a code. Okay, this is not visible, I believe. 1 second. Go here, formatting or code templates. No code compilation. Where it is? Yep, font size would be 22. I think it should okay. Yeah, it's now. So okay, says T code equal to ME21, only that particular transaction my code should trigger. So this is always best. So that's why I'm saying enhancement implementation must not be wide open. Okay, some spelling mistakes, please ignore it. Then go to ME21N. So here, okay, let me do it again. Create. Now I don't want to save it. Drag and drop. Delete and enter. Okay, fine. It's not triggered because I deactivated it, right? I deactivated my enhancement. I activated the include program. This is active. So, but this is not enough. So you have to go back. This is very frequent times we used to miss it. Make sure it's active. Yes, now it's activated. Now go to ME21N. Probably, yeah, it needs to be triggered again. Just it needs to be refreshed again. So just click create. If not, sometimes you got to go out and come back. Oops, the same case I believe. Let me try ME21N. Just go out. It's a kind of refresh. Okay, plants. I don't want server location. Yes, now it just triggered. So what is the transaction code? So ME21N. So it just comes inside, execute it. So you'll get a error message triggered from function exit. Okay, so this is a way to identify the function exit and implement the custom code. Just only for function exit. Okay, maybe just play around. Sometimes we want to click save option. Once I click save, I want to trigger some exit. Same way you have to go with /h and find out, or most best way nowadays is Google. Just Google it, you will just come to know what are the exits is available. And mostly if you see the people creating a blog or creating a questions in SDN, they just used a user exit for customer exit also. Probably you require the differentiation whenever you go for interview, or you want some more understanding, then you have to use a proper technical term. And whatever we are looking is this customer exit. Okay, it's not user exit, or very general they say exit. Okay, so that's fine, but very technically we call it as, this is called customer exit. User exit is in the form of subroutine only. Okay, and here if you go, and this is this is MM06 I believe, and okay, let me execute it. Yeah, this is the one. So this is the one mostly we used as MM06E005 is the component which we used for mostly for the, oh god, 05. Yeah, this one mostly we used for purchase related informations. Okay, Control C and go to SMOD, go to components, display. Yeah. So here you can see a lot of function exits available and a lot of screen exits available. This is for PO header screen exit, and this is for PO item. This is for agreement header. So these are page down options. So you can find out these are the subscreen numbers you're able to see. Okay. Sorry, you got to keep the cursor and do this. Yes, you got to keep the cursor and do this. And here function exit also you're able to see a lot of function exits are available. Mostly if you have a screen exit, definitely you have function exit. As I mentioned, if there is any change in the screen level, definitely we have to write a function for it. You need a function exit for it one. Okay, and you have the field exit as well. Suppose if you want to add anything, so here it is EKKO DB standard structure is available. You can do the enhancement. Hope this will be useful for you. Just play around. If you have any doubt, please let me know. And the next video would be the screen exit for a different transaction. And thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.